Good afternoon, I'm Miralee Beasley, and I want to share with you some ideas that I've been thinking about for a while. And now that a lot of people are at home with their children, I thought I might go ahead and bring them to your attention. I am the mother of 3 children, and I'm a grandmother now. I'm a certified school teacher, reading specialist, a registered nurse, and I have an MBA, and I love to work with children. I was a school nurse 3 years for Houston ISD and 3 years for a charter school, and I just love being with elementary children. So anyway, these are just some ideas that I have handy. One of the ideas has to do with some of the plants I have. So I have some potted plants on my patio, and what I want to emphasize is that I cut off some of these the other day so that I could start rooting them in water. And here's some that I already have. And one day, one of my grandsons was over at my house, and I let him water my plants, and he just had so much fun. And all it was is he was squeezing this bottle, which is actually a Wilton bottle for icing, but no one cares what they might be. Now, I have been told that this plant is called Wandering Jew, and you want to make sure you put it in a pot because it is so hardy and prolific. So one of the things I like to do is save things like this. And so I have this and this. And one of the things that I can do is fill it with some water and then fill it with some plants that have rooted that I'm ready to give to somebody else. And so that way I can just give them these bottles. I don't need them back. And that way they can start some plants. Now, in my opinion, this is a way to teach young children the information about plants and how you can root them and how they have roots and so forth. So anyway, that is just an idea. You may have something like this, or you might have a neighbor and you can share. This is a jar that I saw one day and I just like the look of it. So I saved it, and it's something that I have saved and used. Okay, another thing that I've done with children, and a lot of people have done something very similar, is I've taken pine cones, and this is a very traditional thing to do with children, is you just lather the pine cone, and of course I would get some kind of twine, and be sure twine or ribbon, something that I could attach up here and maybe hang. And so a very easy thing to do is to just take some peanut butter and slather it on, however you want to slather it on. It doesn't have to be perfect. I actually did this one time with some middle schoolers, and I thought they would be too old to do this, and they loved it. So I've done this with older middle schoolers and younger. And then what you do is, and by the way, if you have students or you're working with children who you do not know if they have peanut allergies, I recommend highly that you get gloves so that they don't touch the peanut butter, because you do not want them to have an allergic reaction. So anyway, then what I would have them do is go ahead and sprinkle, or maybe what you would do is have some, you would have maybe a little pile of this, and you would let them just roll around, and just have fun with it. And what I did in the past was I had paper plates so they could just play with it. Once they were done, they could take the gloves off, throw them away, and we put them in Ziploc bags so that they could take them home. And they really did have a good time with them. Okay, the last thing I want to show you is something that I just love. I love to collect stickers. And I go to places like Dollar Tree, and they have a lot of different stickers in all kinds of styles and age groups. And so this is a style that might be for an older person that you're making a card for. This is something about the summer, and I saw how pretty and clever these were. Then I have some butterflies in different colors. I have some flowers, and then for maybe younger children, these have the little Google eyes that are so cute. So this is the kind of thing you could cut and then in half, save some for another day. So this is what I would suggest. Something like this, maybe get a piece of paper that you like the color. I buy cardstock. Now, children love to do stickers. So you could have them folded in two or into half, and then they could decorate something cute on the outside. Maybe take, I noticed there's a very clever looking little dog. So they could put the dog here and pick out some things on here, like there's a very nice little fire hydrant. You might have them, they might carefully take off, and then they could put that over here on their card, and maybe just do something else, draw or color something on it. So anyway, they could just do some things quickly and you could keep them occupied. All right, so then in addition to that, then for instance, we have a lot of butterflies. You could take one of the colors that goes with the butterflies and go ahead and do something very beautiful with the butterflies. However, you know, they would want to do something and just either fold it in half, maybe, or trim it, make it a little bit smaller. And so you could put some butterflies on here in an attractive way, and just whatever the students want it, or children want to do, just have fun. And put those on there and let them decorate, draw, maybe you might even have a little glitter. One thing that I noticed is that if you cut these and you take them out, then you could salvage this other thing in here. And so you could pull that out, and then you could trim this, and then that could be like something for them to use as a backdrop for something else. Okay, so now you have a little white, it kind of looks like a little canvas, and then they could do whatever they want to do. Maybe here we've got something very interesting here. It looks like some roses, a butterfly, and a little thing, a bird cage. So it just, you know, something that they could play around with, do whatever they want. Make, you know, look through here, maybe pick out something that this kind of goes. They don't have to, it doesn't have to match, just something fun. And now they've got something like a little palette, and it didn't cost a whole, it's part of the package. You trim it, save it, and use it. So anyway, these are just some inexpensive things you can look around for. Stickers, Dollar Tree is not the only store that carries stickers, so just, it happens that there's a lot of Dollar Tree stores near me, so it's easy for me to be looking for stickers. So these are just some ideas that are not very expensive that I would like to share, so that at this time, you might go outside, get some ideas, look on the ground, find pine cones. You might find some other things, and they can be used for some kind of item, maybe cutting, and if don't cut any items from anybody's yard without permission. Always be mindful that there's things all around. Nature drops all kinds of things, and then you can pick them up, you can dry them, save them for another day. You can gather them together. Perhaps you can paint them and hang them on your Christmas tree at Christmas, put a little bow on them. So there's a lot of very inexpensive ideas that you can utilize. At this time period, I want to encourage everybody to be outdoors as much as possible. There seems to be this panic related to the coronavirus. If you're out in the air and in sunlight, that kind of thing will not survive very easily at all. And so just have fun and go out in the air and just say, it's all going to be okay. Anyway, I'm Marilee Rosine Beasley, and these are just some inexpensive tips. Thank you. Have a blessed day.